Welcome to part 2 of the Berniere trip. In part 1 we learnt a hell of a lot. We got off to an absolute flyer, catching some incredible carp to over 25 kilos, 56.5 pounds. But it's part 2, the spot is well and truly rocking. I'm just about to go out and reset the rods, top the spots up, and hopefully we continue as we set off. Oh. That spot is getting harder and harder and harder. It's seen over 40 kilos of bait now. It's rocking. The rod's reset. Let's head home with a perfect line lay and see what tonight has in store. My fears are starting to become reality. That bream last night, big sign that, you know, the fish have potentially moved off. And I've had it before where, you know, you get lucky, you catch a really, really good fish, potentially a dominant fish for the area, and then the shoal just pushes off. And, you know, I've got a really, really bad feeling that that bream and that aborted take was the sign. You know, nothing last night at all, not a bleep. I've heard absolutely nothing in the bay, where previous nights, you know, you're hearing them, you're feeling confident. So yeah, we're in a bit of a what to do scenario, but either way, I'm gonna reset this rod because yesterday I did get a sort of a late morning bite and an afternoon bite. So I'm gonna reset this rod like I have been every morning after a bite and sit on my hands for a few hours. If it does feel dead and I'm not seeing anything at all, then, you know, maybe a move's on the card. It's not what I wanted, it's not what I expected. But that's fishing. We've still got 3 nights left, which is, you know, we've had, I think, 9 bites in 3 nights, so we could easily replicate that elsewhere. Obviously, we've got to find them again. We've got to find spots again. It's not an easy process, but obviously one I'm willing to undertake. So I'm going to reset this rod and sit on my hands and just keep these crossed. Right, we're back down the stalking area, and I have kept the bait going in here the last few days, even though I didn't fish it yesterday, just in case something like this happens and I'm potentially not on the fish. This gives me a great opportunity to you know, nick a couple of bites during the day. So normal sort of approach, boilies, tigers, catapulting just past that weed where we found that lovely spot on the first day. And yeah, if we sneak back down here later on and they're all bubbling and looking good for a bite, I'll be down here. Well, we've seen through the morning period and there's clearly no signs of carp at all down this end of the lake. They've clearly moved en masse, and with 3 nights to go, that is plenty of time to get moved and get back on them. I'm all packed up, the gear's in the boat, let's crack on. We've just landed in the new swim and seen one straight away, real short in this thick weed bed about 40 yards out in front of me. It's yeah, they're here. This is the new nest, and I'm just gonna sit down and take it in for half an hour. As soon as I start going out there, trying to find spots in the boat, you know, all the sort of natural shows are gonna sort of disappear. So just gonna try and pinpoint exactly where I need to sort of be fishing, because they will show, they will bubble while there's no rods out. And yeah, just trying to assess what to the game plan. Right, we've just made our way over to an area where I've dropped a H block right next to a really, really big weed bed where I've seen fish showing. And now I'm just leading around. First I dropped the lead down just to get a rough idea of the depth. It's about 12 foot, give or take 6 inches. And now I'm just literally dropping a lead off the rod, just trying to find how hard or if any other weed that I can't see. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so nice. I can't go any more left than that because in this weed starts, you've got like a little bay of like hard bottom, which is surrounded by 10, 11, 12. You can see it here, you know, 12 foot of weed. So this is the perfect little spot, perfect line lay as well. It's like a little horseshoe, and yeah, we're fishing right in the middle of it. Right, we've got 2 rods out in the pond and it is looking very, very good. Now I will say the reason why I've only got 2 rods out in the pond is number 1, I am slowly running out of bait, and if I start finding 3 main areas and giving them the bait that it's needed to fish 3 rods effectively, I'm going to run out of bait very, very quickly. So I'll manage it as in, I've got a main spot out in the middle of the pond, which I believe is the creme de la creme of all spots because it's right next to the main weed bed, which the majority of the shows have been around. So that spot there is absolutely mint. My second rod, I've gone down the margin and it's fairly weedy all the way out in the shallow water, and just as it drops off, the weed stops, and I've placed a rig just this side of the weed. I can imagine any fish sort of filtering through, you know, they could easily navigate through this weed to get out into this main body of the water. So yeah, only 2 rods for now. I will slip the 3rd rod out, but I also want to sit back for the evening and the night and listen for where the majority of the shows are again. You know, there could be an area down the right hand margin or a spot that's continuously seeing fish showing out in the main body of the pond, and that way I'm a little bit, you know, ahead of the game for tomorrow morning. So just 2 rods for tonight, manage the swim and then manage what's going on around me, and if it needs 3 rods I will get it out, but at the minute I am very, very confident on the 2 rods that are out there. Good morning. Well, frustratingly, nothing occurred throughout the night. A few liners, plenty of fish showing, but no bites. I still think it was the correct move. You know, we're on fish. There's no such thing as a bad move, especially when you're on fish, so I'm happy. And if I remember rightly, it took 24 hours in the last swim when we first got here to kick things into gear. You know, the 2nd night, the 3rd night, we done really well. So we've got to stick to the plan, keep these rods out. I spoke to David yesterday, and he loves this swim. He thinks it's a fantastic area, and he did mention that it's a good area for the better fish as well. So, like I say, we've got to stick to the plan. It'd be quite easy in this situation, I guess, now to get a little bit itchy feet, want to bite, and head off down to that channel in that stalking area. And it is in the back of the mind, really, but we've had a fantastic start to the week. I really, really, really want a big one, another one, because they are awesome carp, and I think this area here is the place to be for the big ones. So, stick to the plan. There's definitely an area that I now know where this 3rd rod needs to go. You know, I'm glad I kept it in last night. I sacrificed it, but there's an area just behind this weed that's in constant showing this morning, and I heard them out there this morning, so I need to investigate in a couple of hours that area there to get a rod in position. I'm going to redo the other 2 rods as well, make sure they're nice and fresh. I was getting daytime bites down there, and I had the big one during the afternoon, so I need to reset everything, sit on our hands, and yeah, wait for things to unfold. Right, a little midday update. So all 3 rods are rocking. The 3rd rod I put in an area where I see quite a few fish this morning. It's in between 2 weed beds. It's like a little canal of yeah, just there's no weed out there at all. It's very, very clear, but they were showing out there. So rather than go out in the boat, cause disturbance, I've just sent the bait boat out there and used the echo to find the hardest area possible and just tried a little bit of bait on that one. Not gone mad, it's just, it seemed to have slowed down a little bit, if I'm honest with you. I'm so confident on that left rod particularly. You know, how that hasn't gone is beyond me. And this one here is on a lovely clear area. So rather than, to be fair, I haven't got the bait either, rather than sort of fill it in again, Operation Nick a Bite. We're coming towards the the last few nights, and I really want to catch a few more because there are some epic carp in here. I've had one already. I've had a couple, to be fair, and And maybe just one little hopper full of tiger nuts. That same little sort of rig presentation with a double tiger on the real short little slip D combi will hopefully trick one, but not really expecting to see much now. You know, that sort of morning period's well and truly past, but I'm clinging on to the hope that, you know, I had that big one at what, 5 p.m? So there's always a chance as the evening comes. It gets dark at 7:30 now, so 5 o'clock it all starts getting a little bit cooler. You never know, they may get their heads down, but at the minute, it's all a little bit slow. Big liner. Yeah, very easy to use. Both myself and Hash. Why do I say Hash? Like, it's so weird. Get things in my head. Oh. Bouncy, bouncy. Is that on? It's on. Is that on? He says. Is that on? Ash, I'm in the boat, mate. Gotta go. You coming?
Yep.
Let's get back to our weed clearance, shall we? Cleared a lot of it, Ash. Just get it down wings so it doesn't get caught on the line. Little wide gape. Please, please, please stay strong for me. It's very bad now. Still a hell of a lot of weight to contend with it. That's the angle I need to be at. Trust me. That is the angle. Do you know what? As crazy as this sounds, I'm thoroughly enjoying this. This is a challenge. And life is all about challenges. And now you come out the back of it. And we are going to come out the back of this, Ash, as winners. You're still there, mate. Pretty sure it's in a different weed bed now. Oh. Ash, mate, you ain't gonna believe this. I think I've got it out. I think it's a little weed down there still. It's a very, very powerful fish. But trust me when I've said I've won a major, major battle so far. Oh, this thing's powerful. Wow, okay. This could be a good one, Ash. Could be the move maker. He's staying deep. Ooh, each time I gain, it gets it back and more. This thing has got power. This is a good one. Oh, you gotta be so careful when you're on a short line. Like almost loose drag, and let your hand be the clutch. When they want to dive into this weed, they go. That's locked me up again, but no problems. Get downwind again. Around him. I can't get to him at all. He's probably going to bounce at any second. There he goes. Whoa, rod up, drag off. He's coming up. He's coming up. He's there. Oh, mate. I'm just looking around me, and all I can see is weed beds. I want to go for a net of the whole weed bed here. Gets it back and more. This could be a swooper. This could be a swooper, Ash. Mate, I think we've got him. I think we've got him. Please be a fish in this net. We've got him. 18-pound contour. I love you. You never, ever, ever, ever let me down. Mate. This place is so testing of everything. Your tackle, your wit. We deserve that one. Yes, yes, we deserve that one. We got him, fam. Oh, the move is starting to pay off. What another incredible boat battle. I tell you what, my kit has not let me down once this trip. 18-pound contour, bringing the win home every single time. The wide gape staying strong, even when there's slack line in the weed, when I'm trying to get to the spot to get the fish out of the weed, they've stayed strong, and I'm glad they have, because every single fish in here has been immaculate, including this one at over 36 pounds. We've got a spot rocking, so hopefully we can get a few more. The weather's in our favour, big full moon tonight. Who knows what can be on the end next. But yeah, I am extremely happy with this one.